Come to see how we're getting on? We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here.
I thought the whole point of the story was to have you be the leader of the resistance.
No?
Theodoric was our last ruler.
You're supposed to
He
help,
wasn't called the Mad
you know,
King for nothing.
help with it, but you weren't supposed to lead it.
No, I mean, I thought we were like putting Lise in charge of resistance, but I guess they need a ruler for the entire Alamigo region now.
Yeah.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
Just don't do democracy.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future.
The wonders of bureaucracy.
But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches. The Reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Aye, aye, Commander.
There's a big difference between not doing anything you wouldn't.
There you are. I've been searching all
Sorry,
over
say that
for you.
again?
There's a difference between not doing anything you wouldn't and not doing anything you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we did a lot of things we shouldn't have done.
What are you talking about? We're the Warrior of Light.
So recklessly lunging headfirst into danger is just part of the job?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Like,
makes
we
sense.
get fucking superpowers, so it's not like we can truly get hurt, right?
Well, we did lose it during like the latter part of A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, but we got it back.
Does that really change it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're the protagonists. We get protagonist powers. Don't you know how anime works?
Don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
But this isn't anime, though.
Do you see the characters? They're very clearly anime. There's fucking potato people. There's an anime.
Oh yeah, and there are cat girls. You know what? You're right.
I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure?
We're adventurers. Doing adventure is literally our job
Oh,
description.
We were adventurous before we were scions, were we not? After routing the Imperials and liberating Alamigo, I reckon we earned a bit of respite,
Exactly,
don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots?
If it's the mistake with only 5 fights, you never made a mistake. That's just a boss. That's what's called a boss rush.
So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Alright, as long as you're not making him swim. That boy just can't swim. It's what we do, I suppose. How's my voice volume compared to the game volume? I've been here. It's been a while since we...
I'd have to unmute ya. Because I don't want to hear you twice. Your voice might be nice, but it's not, you know, that nice. Also, god damn it, you teleported. Because I already did just that one section of the quest, so... I have to come over, and my horse abandoned me.
The white noise is either my background or this waterfall. I can't have subpar setups if I'm gonna be a great streamer. I'm sorry, I got too full of myself.
Where's your streamer AI bots going to be a, you know, pro streamer? Where's the self-torture and humiliation?
That's what you're here for.
To torture myself? If I'm doing that, I'm doing that for my own. I'm gonna do my own subathon.
Right then, let's go find Master Levea. Actually, leave that to me. I want you to fresh for our little adventure. Wait for us by the Aetherite and we'll be along shortly. See you there. Greetings, Green. It would seem we are to accompany Arenvald on some manners of escapade. Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. No snoring, if you please. Now, the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Alamigo was still a monarchy and Theodoric sat at the throne. A uniquely brutal despot, by all accounts. That he was. The King of Ruin suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Rhalgr's Reach being burned to the ground. In the latter years of his rule, he was seized by the unshakable belief that unseen forces was conspiring to steal his crown. And so he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. The wealth of the poor sods he put to death became the property of the king, and it said that these royal treasures were hoarded somewhere in the palace. Thus was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. Ah, I believe I see the direction our adventure is to take. I assume you have a mind to unearth this hidden bounty. You assume correctly! And I would also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known. Others must surely have gone in search of your prize, tempting as it seems. Well, of course we won't be the first to make the attempt. Following Alamigo's liberation, more than a few eager soldiers turned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune. But even after scouring every room from dawn till dusk, they had covered not a single coin. The gold lust drained away as quickly as it had come. The legend of the Mad King's Trove remains simply that, a legend. But I see you have no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine the three of us, delving into decades-old mystery. Tell me the thought doesn't set your heart to racing. I do like treasure. You learned the emote box. The news of Doma and Alamigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the Empire. I hear the imperial province of Damascus has already risen up in rebellion. Which means the Garleans must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, Ironbolt, have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't like to get us anywhere. So, we'll probably need to, ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Well, yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied Archivist and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. The Garleans are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered a trove during the occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodoric's stay. Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, you will be looking for people who have been seen 40 summers or more. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Ironbolt, pray try your luck in the fringes and the peaks while Green makes the rounds in Alamigan Quarter. Ha! And I was thinking that I was a party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, eh? We can meet afterwards at the Gearbard's Gate. Words. Proper nouns. Yes, I am Arnold. What do you want with me? Can tell about the treasure? You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet if Alamigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well, I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodoric's paranoia and public executions of his kinsmen. Yes, I just heard about that. Those were terrible enough, but in his last days, the king's fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family, magic which transformed them into fiends of hideous aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast into the darkness below the palace. Even now my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If others of Theodoric's blood were prone to share his madness, then mayhaps it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. I feel like this is going to be telling me that there's like a hidden network of maze or something beneath the palace, and we have to go down there that nobody else has
And
ever.
it ends up being a duty.
Yep.
Pretty predictable.
But people like seeing predictable things.
Only
This-
when they're betting on it.
Maybe. Since we're all here, why don't we share what we learned? Allow me to begin, then. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures, and found precisely none. It is just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself, but I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperials somehow overlooked it. But what of you, Green? Were your investigations any more fruitful? Well, I heard about how people were cast into the depths of the palace. Turned into monsters! What could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man in Allegheny who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison. He said not of cursed abominations. The Imperial Archives was also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Could a scribe fellow have been spinning him in yarn, you think? Could you believe him, Green? His fears seem genuine. I don't know why he would lie about something like that, when it could easily be discovered otherwise.
Yeah.
If he was afraid, that does lend credence to the tale. I'm not sure how that helps us in our search. Do not be so hasty. Ernold's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden. But ere I share my theory, there is a matter I would clarify. Arenbold, you spoke of light-hearted adventure, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? I guess probably because Alamigo needs funds to rebuild and treasure.
Money!
Yeah, money. But for noble purposes.
I mean, he's already stayed with the nobles. Or the RB Dragons.
Ah. Wait, the who?
What?
Stay with the who now?
Oh, he stayed with nobles. Remember when we were doing Heavensward? We stayed at that noble's estate.
Oh, right. We're talking about Alpha. I thought you were talking about Arenbold.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, we were a ward of House Fortom. And then we got accused of treason. Hooray!
Whee!
Okay, well, Tataru and Alfino got accused of treason.
Yeah, and then we beat someone up to prove that they didn't, because, you know.
For trial by combat. Tataru I would believe, but Alfino, no. He's a good boy. Moving on. It wasn't all pretense, I swear it, but you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, man of Gallian blood. I trust you know what I mean I say that a Halamigan mother did not welcome my arrival. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye, like the kind you see in pure-blood Gallians. My mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage, and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. In the end, she turned me out into the street, and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo. A feral child who got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. Best I can say about the years that followed is that I survived, but I hated the animal I had become. Eventually, I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and that road led me to the company of the Scions. I tell you this so that you understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With Theodoric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Thank you, Arenbold. And I apologize. That cannot have been pleasant to recall. but I felt it best to be clear in our intentions. Well, Green, are you content to surrender the treasure to Ironbald's noble cause and claim the thrill of venture as your reward? Sure. I'm sure there'll be enough left over for the Scions anyway. Probably. Depends on how large this trove is. And I should be glad to tell you my theory on the resting place of the Mad King's trove, if you are minded to hear it. Actually, maybe it would be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. In case the rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but 'tis certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene on the southern edge of Loch Seld.
Oh boy, let's just bury your feet in the water.
Yep, trench foot again. Forgive me, 'twas not my intention to draw up proceedings. I simply wish to have the lock in sight while I explain things. Is the lock the secret entrance to the trove, or the undersea prison? Or underground prison. Why did I say undersea? Prior to the Great Flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines. And this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Scala, which rose and fell during the Fifth Astral Era. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by war. Yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch Seld. It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace mentioned by the Theodoric's former scribe was not a reference to the prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins of Scala. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not simply out of desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure. Wait, you're saying they were meant to guard the Mad King's trove? Precisely. And since we know that the cult thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance into the old city will have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and gods know how many Alamegans never find a trace of the trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they did not enjoy. Green, would you be so good to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Ironbald and I will seek out an ensorcelled portal within the ensorcelled portal within the palace. Ugh. Why is it so hard to say?
How much wood could woodchuck wood?
Sure. You come to a worn stone door, standing temptingly ajar. It would appear you have found an entrance to the subterranean ruins. Green, it's Alfinode. You have searched upon the prison beneath the palace and found a door concealed by enchantments. Have you all to report? And you believe we release into the ruins? Excellent. I propose we proceed from our respective entry points and look to meet somewhere in the middle. Oh, come on, lads. Might as well make it a race. Victory goes to the first adventurer to find the treasure. Godspeed. Drowned City of Scala now accessible. Alright, portrait.
Oof.
such a while since I've done ninja. Ooh, Kelpie. I'm gonna need that for a Blue Mage spell later.
It looks pretty.
Yeah. You remember fighting the Kelpie in the treasure dungeons?
Vaguely.
This should have a similar attacks, I think. Oh god, I don't know what this does.
No clue. Good luck.
Get away, get away, get away, get away! Hey,
Huzzah!
I should probably turn on...
Indeed.
I should probably turn the party chat in case there's some important information getting passed around. There's not.
Rarely is, but also I'm surprised you don't just have it on by default. And I just opened up the chat on accident.
No, some...
Yay! I got both of the items.
I just don't want to unnecessarily clutter up the stream.
Fair. Hope he
Oh, God.
survives, because I went to grab the treasure. Okay, he is absolutely fine.
For now.
Eh. Oh shit, I'm probably gonna get hit. Yep. Okay, I thought I put a Benny there for a second. I was freaking out.
You did or didn't?
I thought I did.
Yeah, what? Is that bad?
Yes, because that's not what I want to use the Benny for.
Ah.
Damn, they're doing so much damage to him. Jesus.
Well, there's a lot of them.
Well, not anymore, there ain't.
Nope.
Oh, buddy now.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was real weird.
Even weirder than turning into a Kappa imp.
But I didn't get the thingy on them in time.
Oops. Hey.
Nobody seems to care about the treasure.
It's okay, you can have all of it.
Yay.
I will pick up any other coffers I see, I guess.
Oh, they're getting a coffer. Yay!
Yay, coffers.
Here, I thought they didn't care.
Ooh.
Nifty. I can't bubble yet.
Yep. Story.
Shit. What about the story?
Don't die. Oh, just Rob.
Try not to. Oh. Oh, hello. Hi, Rob. If I can stop getting connected to the tank, that'd be great. Don't die.
I'll be fine.
How's it going, Mr. Rob? Who I totally do not know. Doing anything this weekend? Ah, sorry. What's going on with Twitch other than XQC drama that's more not Twitch though?
Oh god, I looked at it. Ah!
Jesus, what? Ah, so it's just your internet thing. I thought your internet got a lot better. Though I'm an idiot who almost got scammed for internet.
Oh god, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? No, 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 no.
Shit. I fucked up there.
It's fine.
I was trying to avoid you.
It's fine, we're alive.
But yeah, so I found out that there was another internet provider in the area I did not know about that's also gigabit. I'm like, oh great. Let's look for it. If there's this one, there's gotta be others. And then I saw something that claimed that CenturyLink had gigabit, so I'm like, okay, great. Click on the thing, it takes me to the website, says, yeah, we got your address, call us to redeem the software. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I realized while on the phone, wait a second, this seems fishy. What the fuck is this URL?
This video is not
I just
sponsored by
hung up.
CenturyLink.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think CenturyLink sponsors going to scam providers, you know, pretending to be them. Luckily, the only thing I gave them was my address, and, you know, there's no proof that it was actually. So they're probably not going to do anything. Worst comes to worst, we'll just get some spam
Oh,
letters.
crap. Tail.
Oh, right.
Hooray!
I got level 90.
Congrats.
Hey, it's a person.
Yep.
Oh, hey, they're dead.
Yep. Oh, they all left before I could give a commendation.
Yeah, they don't want to wait on our cutscene. I got a commando, yay!
I guess that purple hair is Theodoric?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Like, probably.
Probably. Seems like the kind of guy who has purple hair.
They're tortured artists.
I mean, he did make all this, so probably.
Cutscene time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's voiced.
Ooh. Well, you two are late.
Oh, bugger it. Are you all right? Aye. Aye. Everything's still attached.
Ah, it seems both our paths led here. Very good. We spent altogether too much time fleeing fiends horrid and numerous. How fared you?
Spent too much time killing fiends horrid and numerous.
Much the same, then. 'Twould appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
Kojin are gonna slide into their DMs.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
As long as no one's putting it in a museum. Admirbold and I forged ahead at the fastest pace we could manage, but I was not surprised to find you waiting for us. I suppose it serves us right for challenging the Warrior of Light. Next time we should agree on some manner of handicap. Ah, we may have lost Alphinaud, but think of what we found! Quite. I'm still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. What, like how you reeled at the sight of that floating spectre, you mean? You should have heard him scream, Green. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's trove, and that's all that matters.